Welcome back, everybody. Well, by now, both teams would have already hit the ice, but they're still cleaning up the ice down there, so yeah. In fact, both teams haven't even hit the ice yet, like I said. They were doing a Hawaiian Limbo Challenge, and boy, that was definitely interesting, that is for sure. 3-1 Sioux City in the lead. They just got to last for 20 more minutes. As Jason Kersner said before the game tonight, he said if we can get 3 out of 4 tonight, then that would be a really nice weekend. So here we go. Like, just got to survive. Whether you're a brother or whether you're a mother, you can stay alive, staying alive. That's how that goes. Alrighty, 20 minutes on the clock. Lights are on. We are ready to go. Scantlebury will take the draw with Martineau. We are off and underway here in this third period. Here's Millette with it. Millette feeds it on over to Tuminaro. Tuminaro now for Millette. Millette out toward center. Puck sent in off the boards, back behind the net. Scantlebury down there in the corner. There's Dakota Bailey. Now Oman shot up high behind Shea. Here's Scantlebury with it out there in front. Stop was made by Shea again. Time from Timothy Kazda. He's got it again behind the net, off the boards. Martineau, can he come up with it? He does. Here's Martineau back the other way. Martineau in. Oh, what a shot stop there by Charo. Now it comes back out again for a shot that went wide. That one from Mason Stanger. Out toward center. Poyer, that was who that was. Looked like Jeffress for a moment just by the face, but anyway, puck sent out toward center. Picked up there by Rylan Rooney. Here's a shot that was blocked in front. Schultz, another shot, save made by Ryder Shea. Face-off will come to the right of Ryder Shea. Face-off's won. Rooney down in the circle, has it now. Here's View with it out toward center. View picked up there by Trey Jeffress. Puck sent back in behind the net there by Shane Gold. Taking there Wyatt Harris with it. Harris down there booting in a scramble forward. Taken behind the net. Here's Jeffress after it. Puck picked up there by Ashton Schultz. Toward center, off the boards, picked up there by Shane Gold. Gold down there in the corner for Jeffress. Jeffress out towards center, there for Harris. Harris sends it back in behind the net, down there in the corner. Here's Sisson with it there at the blue line. Sisson feeds it on over there for Sinersha. Sinersha down there in the corner. Derek Olsen will take this one. Here's Kudrick on out towards the blue line. Shot went up high on Shea. Picked up there by Kemps. Kemps sends it down into the corner there for Kudrick. Kudrick in the corner. It's Dallas View with it. View back behind the net there for Derek Olsen. Olsen off the boards there for Kemps. And a scramble for Dallas View. Here's Tomko with it out towards the blue line. Tomko, can he come up with it? Against his former team, he can. But then gets tripped up by Kemps. No penalty called, because why wouldn't there be, right? We don't call penalties anymore. Here's Sinersha feeds it on over there for Tomko. Well, clearly, because there was none last period. Shot went up high on Ryder Shea. Luke Gary has this one. It rolls off the boards down into the corner, and this will go for icing. Face-off will come to the left of Ryder Shea. Gavin Gary will take the draw with who really gives a crap. They're going to lose anyway. That was Aiden Dyer. Well, I say that, but we'll see. Millette's shot went wide. Then it went off the back of the net. That was kind of a weird, fluky play. Off the skate, into the hands here of Millette. Millette feeds it on over Asadorian. Asadorian. Off the boards, picked up there by Millette. Millette there at center. Here's Asadorian with it. Asadorian picked up there by Cole Tuminaro. Tuminaro with it off the boards. Picked up there by Luke Gary in the corner. Here's Gary with it back behind the net. And I guess it went out of play or something happened. I don't know what, but. Face-off will come to the left of Shara. Face-off's won. Here's Poliski with it. Shot got blocked in front of the goal. Rebound. It goes into the corner. Here's Scantleberry behind the net. Picked up there Anderson. Shot got blocked. Picked up down there in the corner. That's Jonah Kemps with it. Kemps out towards center. Kemps' pass was blocked. That was Costa either way. Here's Anderson with it. Flipping it down into the corner. Callback behind the net. Callback now taking Anderson in front. Poyer was there. So's Geiger. But now here's Costa with it. Firing it off the boards out towards center. There's Poyer. Poyer. Here's Booten with it now. It was Geiger, I guess. Right into Shara. Face-off will come to the left of Shara. Face-off's won. Here's Gold. A shot save made. Rebound picked up there by Chi-Town. That's Colin Sisson with it now. Sisson picked up there by William Tomko. Here's a shot save made by Shara. Shara. My Sharona. Da-da-da-da-da. Bum, bum. Tomko with it. Tomko. Out there for Sisson. Sisson. Off the boards. Down there into the corner. I thought this would go for icing, but I guess not. Here's Derek Olson with it. Olson out towards center. Picked up there by Colin Sisson. Here's Sisson with it out towards the blue line. Sends it down in there into the corner. Olson with it behind the net. Olson and a scramble for there for Schultz. Here's Schultz picked up there by Shane Gold. Gold on over William Topko. Sends it wide of Shara. Now Jeffress with it. Picked up there by Tuminaro behind the net. Millette has it. Millette towards center. Picked up Jackson Crowder. Here's Callback with it. Kudrick or whatever his name is. I get those two confused. Thank God we won't have to see him the rest of the year. At least hopefully we don't. Here's Lyons with it. Lyons sends it off the boards out towards center. Batted up into the air by Dakota Bailey. Here's Millette with it down there in the corner. Millette picked up there by Tuminaro. Sent out towards center here by Millette. Here's Millette into the hands of Ryder Shea, and he'll just cover it right up. Might as well. Probably a smart thing to do. Shoot. Shoot, I wasn't keeping track of the commercials, and now I have no idea where we're at. And then my phone decides to do that. Okay, but I think I do remember where we're at. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. 14:08 left to go here in this third. Sioux City still with a 3-1 lead. Boy, we just have to keep that lead intact here. Face-offs won here by Kazda. Gets out to callback. Harris, one-time shot went wide to Shea. Here's Scantleberry with it now at the blue line. Scantleberry sends it back behind the net. Chorlton was there. Now that's Harris with it in the corner. Harris picked up there by Kazda at the blue line. Sent back in behind the net of Shea. Poyer's there. Off the skate of somebody, then off of Gavin Gary out towards center. Picked up there by Callbeck. Callbeck off the boards. It rolls back behind the net there for Poyer. Chorlton was there. Now Gavin Gary has it in the circle. And Shea just covers it up. And then, of course, Chicago wants to start some BS afterwards. Oh, yeah, there you go. Well, Kazda might have, because he's going to the box. For being a prick. Roughing is the call. So Muskies have a power play here. Let's see, they've gone, we'll call it 1 for 3, 4. Time of the power play, 6:32. Here we go. Face-offs won. Chicago immediately sends it down ice. Go figure. Yeah, honey. Here's Kazda with it now. Kazda. Offsides, I guess. I don't know. Kind of a weird call. They didn't blow the whistle that hard. Bum, bum, bum. Face-off will come in front of the steel bench. It'll be Tomko and Omen. Face-offs won. Puck will roll into the corner here for Harris. Harris sent off the boards back behind the net of Shea. Shea just leaves it there for Shane Gold. Here's Gold rolling out towards center. Gold spins around a defender. Up the left side, taken there by Luke Gary. Here's Max Anderson with it out for Shane Gold at the blue line. Gold spins around a defender. That defender loses his stick. Gold chips it on over to Tomko. 1:13 left to go on this power play. Puck is sent out towards center, and somebody got an interference call. Oh, it's Tomko. Either way, still a BS call. I'm only guilty of a damn good time, though it ain't my fault. Face-off will come to the left of Shea. So we'll skate 4-on-4. Then Chicago will have a power play for a little over a minute. No, my math is wrong. 51 seconds. There you go. Here's Gold with it there at center. Gold feeds it on over. Elias Fatney. There for Shane Gold again at the blue line. Gold feeds it on over. Martineau. Martineau down there. Geiger slap shot went behind the net. There was Derek Olsen. Olsen pinned up in the corner. Ashton Schultz with it now. Schultz feeds it on over for Callbeck at center. Callbeck. He's got a line of Musketeer defenders there. I don't know why he thought that was going to work. Colin Sisson with it. Here's Sisson. Feeds it on over. Rylan Rooney in the corner. Now rolls back behind the net. Rooney. On over for Sisson. Here's Sisson. Well, Chicago, they can't seem to shoot the puck either, so it's okay. Martineau gets into the face of Tuminaro, now taken there by Jackson Crowder. Of course, put both former Musketeers out there on the ice. Just throw it in our face, for God's sake. Omen with it. Omen on over for Crowder. Crowder, nice pass to Scantlebury, but he can't handle it. And he clears it down ice. What an idiot. And Chara thought it was icing, but you know, what does he know? Martineau sends it back behind the net. Chara, such a dumb name. Pronounce it like how you spell it. Chorois. Chorois. Something like that, I don't know. Well, that power play didn't last long, did it? Muskies back at full strength, as they should. Here's Poyer with it behind the net. Poyer picked up Scantlebury. Ashton Schultz with it. There's Jackson Crowder. Here's Crowder's shot. Save made by Shea. Dragged away, but it's not out. Harris keeps it in. Right through the legs of O'Leary. There's going to be a penalty coming up. I believe Sioux City's going to have a power play. Here's a shot. Scores! On the delayed penalty call! Kyle O'Leary barred down! His second of the night! So that'll negate that. But that's okay. For Kyle O'Leary, let's see. That'll be goal number 6 on the year. It makes it 4-1. 9:53, time of the goal. Face-offs won. Here's Gavin Carr with it. Carr sends it back behind the net there for Tuminaro. In the corner, right out there in front. Save made by Chara. Now that's Dallas View with it. View in the corner, taken away. Here's Chicago back the other way with it. Tuminaro with it. So let's see, Tomko will extend his point streak now to 6. We always love to see that. Here's Grande with it, behind the net. Puck sent out towards center ice here for Senersha. Senersha, that'll go for icing. Uh-oh, 50-50. Somebody's winning a lot of money. The row in front of me, some guy bought $100. Boy. $100 to only win 926. That's kind of a waste of money in my eyes, but that's just me. There's a shot that went just wide. Here's Gavin Gary with it. Puck is sent back behind the net. Gavin was there. Little poke check there from Senersha. Senersha right out there in front. Gavin Gary, save made by Shara. Ooh, there's a big hit. That was on Grandi from Derek Olson. Well, at least it was worth it. Good for him. Kemp's shot went wide.
Work it, boys. Let's go.
Here's Asadorian with it.
8-1-1.
There's a shot save made by Shea. Yeah, he only wins 926 though. He doesn't win 1,026. 8:12 left to go here in this game. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Oh no, hell no.
We're not done. We have Section 102, stand up and make some noise. Bang. We're also up to number 4.
Welcome back, everybody. 8:11 left to go here in this third period. Sioux City up 4-1. Puck is sent off the boards. It goes all the way down ice. They waved off the icing or did something. I don't know what, but heck if I know. Here's Aiden Dyer with it now. Dyer picked up there by Mason Stanger. Stanger out towards center. Puck will roll back behind the net there for Harris. Harris off the boards. Picked up there by Mason Stanger. Here's Daniil Booten now with it. Booten sends it on across for Poyer. Poyer off the boards into the hands of Harris. Harris tipped there by Chorlton. Whacked back in by Stanger. Geiger there towards the blue line. Here's Stanger with it. That'll roll down into the corner. Doesn't go for icing, but it's called back. Feeds it on over there for Harris in the corner. Here's Harris sending it out towards center ice. Uh-oh. Heads up. Oh, I thought that was heading out of here into the seats, but who knows? Puck sent out towards center. Here's Senersha with it. Picked up there by Colin Sisson. Sisson. Picked up there by Gockler. And I think there's going to be a penalty. And, of course, it's on Sioux City. So Chicago's going to have the power play. Holding will be the call on Vatne. Of course, you know, Muskies, they didn't get any penalties last night, so they gotta, you know, gotta make it up from last night, don't they? Chicago, though, while they're 0 for 4 on the power play, it should be officially. Wait, no, it is only 0 for 3. Face-offs 1. Puck is down there in the corner. Pass across. Picked up there by Gavin Carr. It's in the circle. Here's Jeffress sending it off the glass and down ice. Or did he send it in? Oh, wait, no. It is behind the net. I was going to say, who's got the puck? But everyone's just kind of standing there doing nothing. So, honest question. Here's Omen with it. Omen feeds it down there into the corner for Ashton Schultz. Schultz behind the net there for Kudrick. Into the circle, Kudrick in front. And it's swooped away by Kyle O'Leary, rather, and he'll clear it out to center ice. Harris into the hands of Omen, feeds it on to Schultz. Here's Schultz in the circle. On back for Crowder. Crowder's shot blocked in front and cleared by O'Leary again. This time it goes all the way down ice. 1 minute left to go on the Chicago power play. Here's Harris behind the net. Harris out towards center. Harris sends it back behind the net there. Colin Sisson. Here's Anderson with it. Anderson and a scramble for Rylan Rooney. Somebody pick it up, my goodness. There's a shot save made by Shea, and it's cleared once again. That one from Rylan Rooney. Here's Sisson with it. Well, Luke Gary tried to poke it out, but he couldn't, but Poyer will clear it. Into the hands of Senersha in his own zone. They were almost offside. Now Kazda flips it back in behind the net. Poyer is there behind. Sends it off the boards out towards center. 5 seconds left to go on the Chicago power play. Luke Gary had a chance shorthanded, but it went off a stick and into the corner. Muskie's back at full strength here. 4:38 left to go here in this third period. Sioux City up 4-1. Sure, within the next minute and a half or so, we'll see a goalie pulled. Here's Stanger with it off the boards. Tipped there by William Tomko down into the corner. Well, not quite into the corner. Here's Poyer with it. Intercepted by Gockler. Chicago's not going down without a fight here. Here's Tomko with it behind the net. Tomko down there for Gold in the corner. Taken there by Dyer behind the net. Dyer sends it out towards center ice. Rolls into the hands here of Derek Olson. Here's Olson with it. Down there in the circle with Gockler. Here's Gockler with it behind the net. Out there for Dyer. Shot, he scores. Well, he cuts the lead in half. For Dyer, that'll be his 4th goal on the year, so let's not get too excited about that one.
Please make your way over to the top of Mardo's Brew Deck in section 110. We'll have someone there waiting for you to bring your on down to ice level for your chance to win the trip to paradise and other fun prizes.
Well, is Chicago going to do what Sioux City did last night? That's going to be the #1 question now. You can't have it happen, though, obviously. Face-offs won. Here's Jason Millette with it now. Millette sends it off the boards. Into the hands there of Kudrick. Kudrick sends it off the boards there for Lions. Like we said, who cares? 16:09 actually was time of the goal, but anyway, who's really paying attention? There's a shot, and oh! I thought it went in, but I guess not. Officials say no. Booten might have gotten robbed. Oh, and Martineau a hit on Chorlton. Boy. What's the saying? F around and find out. And that's what he did. Here's Kemps with it in the corner. Kemps picked up there by Asadorian. There for Kemps. Kemps towards center. Sends it off the boards. There's Tomko with it. Tomko picked up there by O'Leary, and he'll send it down ice. Callback is there. Callback behind the net. Loses control of the puck. There's going to be a penalty. You know, there always is. 2:33 left. Boy. If it's on Sioux City, that's going to be huge for Chicago, and it is. Because, of course, they're going to throw Gavin Gary into the box for some bologna. Some bologna and cheese sandwiches. Well, this is going to set up an interesting scenario here because with the power play, Chicago could pull their goaltender and make it a 6-on-4. The draw will be to the left of Ryder Shea. Question is, are they going to do that now? Yes, Shara is at the bench. He is staying there. We've got 6 guys on the ice for Chicago, so it'll be 6-on-4. That'll make things quite interesting here. Sioux City clears have never been more important right now. You cannot let them get within 1. O'Leary will take the draw with Ashton Schultz. Schultz wins the draw. Gets back towards the blue line there for Harris. Here's Harris. Excuse me. Feeds it on for Omen. Omen in the circle. Back there for Harris. Harris down there for Omen in the circle. Omen to Harris. He's got Sisson for the one-timer, but they're not going to do that. Pass right out in front. They score. And it's Jackson Crowder. That's a power play goal. $17:47, Jackson Crowder. Of course, that nagging son of a bitch had to score again. This time on a power play. Oh, they gave Gap. Well, Shara's halfway out of his net, so, but Sioux City wins it, so. Just don't do something stupid. That's all I ask, for the love of all things good and holy. Here's Omen with it. There goes Shara back to the bench for an extra attacker. They pull him out again. Puck will roll back behind the net. Here's Crowder with it. Crowder there for Sisson, back behind the net. Here's Schultz with it. Schultz out there for Sisson. They got 5 guys here, come on. Get a clear, please. Sisson in the circle, back out there Harris. Minute 28 left to go. Get a clear, maybe, oh, Jeffers almost had it. There's a shot deflected up high. Rolls back behind the net, big hit in front. Here's Harris, a shot, got blocked there. Up for grabs, View will clear it off the glass, but it took a funny hop and it's not out. Oh, View went right through his legs. Now it's Sisson, pass across for Schultz, a shot up high. Rebound loose in front. Here's Sisson with it. Sisson out to the blue line for Harris. On over, cross in the circle. Crowder in front. Save made by Ryder Shea. He lost his stick though. Puck is loose. Oh, it skips right by Omen and out to center ice. 52 seconds left to go. Here's Sisson with it now. Sisson on back. Jackson Crowder takes a shot, deflected into the net. Wide open Kudrick, and he's tied this game. (19-16) time of the goal. I swear, if we go to OT again tonight, I'm legit gonna lose my mind. Gavin Gary will take the draw with Scantlebury. Face-offs won. We had this down. We had this game. We still might have it. We'll see. Derek Olson with it. Olson behind the net, sent out towards center here for Harris. Here's Harris down there at center. Puck sent back behind the net of Ryder Shea. Stenger with it in the corner with Shane Gold. Gold behind the net. Picked up there, Stenger sent out towards center. Here's Kudrick now. Kudrick picked up there, Gavin Gary. Puck will be sent down into the corner here for Stenger. Stenger behind the net. And we are going to overtime for the second straight night in a row.
And in regulation, we are all knotted up at 4.
Well, at least Sioux City will get half their points from this weekend, so that's good. Shots that period, Chicago 11 for a total of 30. Sioux City just 7 shots on goal for a total of 22. Well, you know what happened last night. Sioux City, they were down 5-2 with less than 4 minutes left to go. They came crawling back in the final few minutes. And they tied it up, but then would go on to lose in overtime. The game line, the whole game recap, same thing. We had the lead with less than 4 minutes left. But it's all about whether or not we blow this or not, and we cannot blow it. Hopefully, Sioux City learned from last night, because they played a horrible overtime last night. Chicago, pretty much in terms of puck possession, probably had it for 80% of the overtime. So here we go. We'll have Luke Gary out there. We'll have Kyle O'Leary out there. We'll also have Shane Gold. O'Leary, well, yeah, okay, it will be. O'Leary and Schultz at the draw. It'll be Schultz, Sisson, and Sinersha. We're off and underway here in this overtime. Sioux City will control it. That's Shane Gold with it down there in the circle. Here's Gold, sends it back behind the net there for Luke Gary. Here's Gary, rolls up the left side. Foot race for the puck. It's Sisson who comes up with it, though, in the corner. Sisson blocked by O'Leary, and a scramble for. Puck will roll back behind the net there for Sinersha. Behind the net. Huskies make a little bit of a line change. Tomko's out there now. Here's Schultz, but then 2 players run into each other. No shocker there. Here's Schultz, a shot save made by Shea. Rebound swooped up here by Tomko. Here he comes up the right side. William Tomko spins around a defender. Tomko stops. Shot saved by Giroux. But Gold comes up with it. Gold in the corner. My goodness. Here's Gold out in front. Jeffress can't handle it, but it's Tomko with it. Back out Jeffress. Shot save made by Giroux. I've already done lost my mind up in here, up in here. Face-off will come to the right of Giroux. Luke Gary, Kyle O'Leary, and Mason Stanger out there. Any combination, let's get it done. Here we go. Here's Stanger with it at the blue line. Stanger. Sioux City already playing a much better overtime. Here's Stanger. He's going to go all in on Giroux, and he got a piece of it. And a penalty's going to be coming up. Hooking will be the call. And Sioux City, they're going to have an extra man out on the ice. Sioux City, it's going to be 4 against 3 here. Kudrick into the box. He goes in for hooking. Okay, we got 4 guys out there. We're going to have 4 guys up against the 3. Although somebody took a timeout, whether it's Chicago or Sioux City, I don't know. I wouldn't blame either team. Hey, Steve Montgomery, manager of the X's, is here tonight. He's down a couple. Mongo's here tonight. Didn't expect him to be here, but yeah, well, he's sitting down the section from us, a couple of rows down, so. Here we go. Face off will come to the left of Chiro here. We've got the power play here. We have got to play this smart. Oh, they have a hard time getting it out of the circle, but Tuminaro comes up with it. Dennis scramble for in the corner. It pops out. Gets out to Shane Gold at the blue line. Gold to Tomko. Here's Tomko with it. Down there in front. O'Leary was there, and it's cleared down ice. Here's Tomko. He swoops it up. Tomko up the right side. Tomko in behind the net. Tomko spins out. There for Gould. Gould pass across. Luke Gary want to stop by Chiro, but it's loose in front. It's loose in the circle, and Schultz will clear it down ice, boy. .113 left to go here on this power play. Gould on over across, there for Tomko. At the blue line. Tomko on over to Gould. Gould in front. Tomko shot up high. Here's Gould with it at the blue line. Gould. Gould on over. Tomko down there in the corner. Picked up there by Omen. Here he comes. He'll fire it back behind the net there of Ryder Shea. All you can do is clear it. 40 seconds left here on this power play. Gould has it. He rolls towards center. Gould. Little poke check. Jeffress has it though. Jeffress at the blue line. Picked up by Gould. Here's Gould to Dallas View. View down there. View shot. Stopped by Chiro. Face-off will come to the right of Chiro. Gavin Gary and Ashton Schultz at the face-off. Sounds familiar. Schultz wins the draw. Immediately cleared down ice. 18 seconds left to go here on the power play. Stanger. Now, I believe Sioux City can still play with 4 after the power play is up until the next whistle. So they have that. Oh, and then there's a trip. They won't even call it. No, because we don't want to go to 5-on-3. Of course we don't. Here's View with it. Yeah, because it's now 4-on-4 here, technically. Here's a shot. Save made Chiro. Rebound in front. Gavin Gary comes up with it down there in the circle. Tuminaro. And a scramble for it. Jeffress with it behind the net. Jeffress on out to Stanger. Shot! Went off at Tuminaro. Kept it Dallas View. Where's the call on that? He's tripped up by Tuminaro. But no, we're not going to call it. Here's Gavin Gary with it. I'm just going to lose my mind. Here's Stanger. Picked up by Jeffress. 1:05 left to go in overtime. Shot went up high and wide. Here's Dallas View with it down there in the corner. 1 minute. Just got to last for one more minute. Here's Kudrick with it out towards center. Kudrick. Both teams make a line change. Kudrick. Pass across. There's a shot. Save Shea. Rebound loose in front. Where is it? It's still loose. Blow the whistle, for God's sake. Boy, what effort by Shea. Come on, get a clear off the boards. 30 seconds left to go. It's Gould. Now Scantlebury behind the net, down there in the corner. Oh my, here comes Sioux City with it. Gould, 20 seconds left to go in overtime. Here comes Shane Gould. One rush up the ice. Come on, let's do this. 13 seconds left. Oh, it's given away. But Scantlebury, that's all right. Everybody's positioned properly, so we're good. Millette down to 7 seconds. Down there at center, 5. Picked up there by Derek Olson. Just keep the puck and send it to a shootout. He clears it to Luke Gary. We are going to a shootout.
And we will head to the shootout.
It'll be a best of 3. So, goaltenders, they'll still stay on their respective sides, at least where they are right now. Boy, this is getting exciting, isn't it? If the score is tied after 3 rounds, we'll keep going sudden death until we have a winner. Still, that 1 point, each team already has a point, so here we go. Last shootout Sioux City was in was all the way back on October 4th. They were in Fargo. They got the victory on that, 2-1. Sioux City, the last couple of years, they've usually had good luck on shootouts, so we'll see. Last time Chicago was in a shootout was back on December 6th. They lost at Green Bay 6-5, and coincidentally enough, they won their last shootout on October 4th in Des Moines. That was a 5-4 victory. Chicago, since they're the away team, they'll shoot first. And it'll be Marco Sinersha shooting for Chicago. And he is hearing it from the crowd right now. Here's Sinersha. Picks up this one. Rolls up the right side. Here's Sinersha in. A shot. And it's in. Went up over the head of Shea. And it'll be Pavel Martinu up first here for Sioux City.
Number 16.
Here comes Martinu up the left side. Martinu. Nice moves, Martinu. Nice move. Shot just went a little wide. Boy. He had Sherrill beat, but just couldn't put it in. Up next, Tobias Omen. Here's Omen. Rolls up the left side. Shea way out of his crease. Here's Omen. Shot. Stop by Shea! Sioux City with an opportunity to tie it up, and it's Shane Gold. Here he comes. Up the right side. Gold coming in slowly. Shot stopped by Sherrill. Chicago, if they score here, they win it. And it's Ashton Schultz. Schultz already has 1 shootout goal this year. Rolls up the left side. Here's Schultz. Stop by Shea! Sioux City, they have to score here to keep it alive. And it's going to be Elias Vatne. If he scores, we continue on. Here's Vatne up the right side. Vatne, and on Chiro, shot, scores! We're still alive! Come on now. Colin Sisson up now here for Chicago. He's also scored 1 this year. Here comes Sisson towards the right side, in on Shea. Nice moves, and Shea made the stop! If Sioux City can score, we'll win. And it's William Tomko against his former team. He has the chance to win it. Here comes Tomko. Rolls up the left side. Here's Tomko in on Sherrill. Shot. Oh, Sherrill made the stop. So we'll go to round 5. Timothy Kazda. Well, it's Timo on the line card, but it's Timothy in my heart. Kazda in, nice moves, shot it wide! Now it's Luke Gary's turn. to play hero. He has a chance to win it in round 5. Here he comes in. Oh, he's going fast here. Luke Gary, in shot, score! Luke Gary wins it in a shootout! Whoa, what an ending to a great weekend. What a weekend. They get it done on beach night. And the beach is from Chicago. Good night and goodbye. Wow. Coming up, 3 stars of the game. We'll stay here to find out who's going to Hawaii. I wish it was me, but boy, we needed that win bad, and we got it. But the same thing happening 2 nights in a row. The team that had a big lead with less than 4 minutes left to go in the game blew it. And the team stopped the comeback by winning it in extra time. What a weekend series with Chicago that was. It doesn't get any better than that. 5-4 the final score here tonight. But more than that, Sioux City, they're going to have a tough weekend next weekend. We got to deal with Sioux Falls Friday, Saturday. Then Sioux City will be back here against Waterloo. We'll be broadcasting all those games next weekend. I'll be doing play-by-play for all of them. Well, I can now at least, so. But boy. Let's see, are we ready? Downstairs. They're getting ready down there in the tunnel. All right, we're ready. 3 stars of the game here coming up right now.
Stars of the game. Tonight's 3rd star with the goal, number 21, Dallas Duke. Tonight's 2nd star with a pair of goals on the night, number 26, Kyle O'Leary. And tonight's 1st Musketeer star of the game with the game winner in the shootout. Let's hear it for number 17.
All right. Interview time with Luke Gary. Let's head downstairs.
I'm down here with Luke Gary. Everybody hold down here. Take me through that. Talk to me about the Musketeers right now. You guys obviously last night before the story match tonight. I think shootout win after picking it up. Talk to me about the potential.
Wow. Well, now somebody's going to have a chance to go to Hawaii here.
You been to Hawaii? You never been to Hawaii?
Me neither. At least we got that in common.
How many people have actually been? How many people here have actually been to Hawaii? Make some noise.
Can't say I have, but I want to go.
I have been to Hawaii. It's fantastic. Somebody here is going to have a life with me. All right, let's bring out all our
There we go.
Our finalists for our cruise pharmacy.
There they come, strutting out onto the ice.
Bring them on out here.
We got to have like confetti cannons or something if they
Right
win.
out here to center ice. Come on out here. Remember, you're right in the heart of all the action.
Wait, hang on. They drew 6 contestants, and I see like 80 different people out there. What the hell's going on?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is how it's going to work. I'm going to have you line up in order of 1 through 6 from what you were called. So whatever your card is. So 1, so you can start here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right? This is how it works.
Uh-oh.
Every one of these boxes has prizes in it. You're going to win something nice. But there's one box that has something really nice in it. And that is a trip to Hawaii, which Cruise Pharmacy, they are going to set up for you and take care of all of it, all right? They're going to take care of what you want. There are some exclusions and whatnot. We don't need to talk about that now. That's fine. You're going to Hawaii, okay? You're going to be box 1 by 1 and open it, all right? You don't know what's in those boxes until you open it. All right, we're going to start right here. Number 1. Sir, what is your name?
Jerome Carlson.
Jerome, you ever been to Hawaii before?
Yes.
You have. It's awesome, right? Would you like to go back?
Yep.
All right, you got some family here, friends, everybody? The Carlson bunch up there? All right, my man, good luck.
Little cheering
Pick one of those
section. I love
boxes.
that.
I'll take the ticket.
Imagine the first one's the trip.
All right, Jerome. Big Jerome. Where are you from?
Pierce, Nebraska.
Pierce, Nebraska, home of Blue Jays. I love it. All right, buddy. Open it up and let's see what we got. What do you got? There. So you have $50 merchandise credit. And then onboard credit. Tickets to another Musketeer game. So you did not win the trip to Hawaii, but you won some nice things. We also have some other party gifts for you as well.
So $200 merchandise credit and tickets to a future Musketeers game.
All right. I mean, they're cheering against you, but they were. I promise. All right, name.
Amanda Cook.
Amanda Cook. Where are you from, Amanda Cook? Wayne, America in the house tonight. How many people got some from Wayne tonight here? All right, love it.
Not me.
Wayne, small and mighty. All right, Amanda. You been to Hawaii?
No.
Ever wanted to go?
Yes.
Get the right box. Here we go. Pick a box. Let's open it up. She goes for the middle one. All right. Let's open this bad boy up and see what we got. Okay, there it is. Congratulations. There. Oh, you're going to Hawaii!
Oh, there you go.
Unbelievable! She pulls the right box. Holy cow! Daughter said pick this one. Are you taking her then?
I don't know.
How do you?
Aw.
You want to know how does that feel?
Oh my gosh, I'm in disbelief.
Have you ever been on a massive vacation like this before?
I've been to Mexico and those places, but yeah. This is on my bucket list.
So did this bring you to the game tonight, or what brought you to the game tonight?
My husband and I bought tickets for our 3 kids to come to their first Musketeers game tonight. They're all right there.
So this is your first ever Musketeer game? So this is your first Musketeer games for the kids, and this is how we repaid you.
Being so fast right now.
It should be. Hey, folks, give it up. She's going to Hawaii.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Second pick.
We'll you guys went back over there. You guys won some fantastic prizes as well. Let's go in there and give it for everybody.
There you go.
Give it for Cruise Pharmacy. They get you all set up wherever you want to go to travel world. They take care of
Oh,
you.
boy.
Cruise Pharmacy.
What a way to end the night, you know? Just, how do these things keep happening? Like, all these games, but I don't know. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining us here tonight. Well, we'll see you soon with another home game. Peace. Oops. This has been a presentation of RVN Sports in association with RVN. RVN Sports are online at rvn.com. We'll see you next weekend for some exciting action, and tomorrow night, Monday Night Wild Card Madness. We'll see you for that.
Save $28 or more when you
Ad, of course.